Hi, and thanks for joining. This is Patty from PS Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I wanted to show you how to make this card. It says "You're amazing," and I don't have a sentiment on the inside. I'm not sure if I'll use it for birthday, congratulations, graduation, who knows. So I just thought it was very pretty and simple. So I used some of the products from the new Ornate Garden suite that Stampin' Up! Just came out with. It will be in the new June catalog when the catalog comes out, but they gave us an early release of some of their products. So I was so excited. I walked through the whole thing on my Wednesday video, so if you wanted to see all the different products. But today I used the flower from the Ornate style. It has all the floral images, and there's a thank you for all these different. There's a so thankful, so grateful, thank you, thanks, from the bottom of my heart. I wasn't sure how to thank you, why thank you, all these different sentiments. So I picked the "You're amazing," so it has nothing to do with thankful. There's a couple of sentiments you could use that way. And then I used the Ornate Layer Dies. So I already did my cutting. I used this for this piece, and then this bigger one for my Granny Apple Green piece. And I wanted to just tell you that when you run these through your die machine, I use a Big Shot. I would put your die facing up. It's the opposite of what I usually do. So I already did my cutting. So you would put it, you put your paper down, your cardstock, and you usually just put it down like this, put your top on. I found that this cuts better for some reason going this way, and then when you run it through, you can also see that everything is cut really nicely. I only had to run it through my Big Shot one time. I didn't have to run it back and forth, and it cut nicely. It just seemed to cut better when I had it facing this way. I hope that makes sense. And then the other tip is to use your brush. So this brush, this is the older version, but there's a new one that you can just get the brush and you can add it onto your Picket tool, and it just will attach here. And this is really good for intricate dies. And what you do is you take your, you make sure your die is on your paper. And I'm just using an old paper pumpkin box. And it comes with a foam piece, and you just rub over it, and all those little pieces will come out. Okay, so those are just a couple of tips. These dies are beautiful. They just might take an extra couple of minutes to get everything cut out. So let's get started. So I have my pieces. I'm using Whisper White, Granny Apple Green, and Basic Black. And it's a very, very simple, easy card to make. So let me get my stuff out of the way and get my ink pad. I'm just using black Memento ink because I'm using my stamping blends. And let's get, I'm going to put the sentiment on first just to get things lined up. So it's "You're amazing." And it's nice, it's photopolymer. And we're just going to come down about here and stamp it down. And then I will do the daisy, and I'm going to just ink it up this way. It's not a huge stamp. On big stamps, I like to ink it up this way, but and I just want to make sure I don't get this edge. I found that I had this edge when I tried this the first time. And I'll just stamp it in the center. And then let's do the inside layer as well, and then we'll color it. So I just have a piece of Whisper White like I always do. And I'm going to just put the daisy in, or Black Eyed Susie, I guess these are. Okay, and we're just going to come off the page. And you can put a sentiment in there if you want to make it a thank you card. "You're amazing, thank you for all you do," or something like that. I just wanted to have a couple of cards out that were not thank you cards. So I'm using my blends. I'm using light Granny Apple Green, and the center I'll do with dark Crumb Cake, and then I have light Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to just color these real quick, and I'll speed it up while I'm coloring it. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but I did get a little bit outside of my flower here. So I'm going to use the color lifter and just kind of go over it until it disappears. And the same thing with the green. So the color lifter is really good with the lighter colors. It doesn't do as well with the darker colors, you know, and like red. A dark red is a little tough to be using it for, but it just kind of will pick up the color. So let's put our pieces together. So I'm going to put this down with my liquid glue, and then I'm going to pop up the white layer, the Whisper White layer. So I'm just going to put some glue down here. Looks like I've got a hanging chad. That's my little Florida joke. Okay. Don't want any hanging chads here. And we'll just put this down. And while I have my liquid glue out, I'll just put my inside. And you'll see the blends do bleed through. So just be careful when you're using blends that you're doing it on a layer, not on the card base itself, so that you're going to be able to hide that. We just want to get that centered. Okay. And then we'll put this on. Let's put the cap on the glue, and we'll get some dimensionals and put this on with dimensionals. So I'll put it on each corner, and we'll do some in the center. I usually go a little overboard with these, but I think I'll put one out here as well. I like it to be nice and solid. So these, you just take off the backs. They're very easy to do. And then we'll put this down, just centering it. Isn't that beautiful? It's so delicate. I love it. And then I added, I added some Winkostella. I don't know if you can see it. It just gives you a little shimmer to the flower and the leaf. And then I added some rhinestones. So you'll see, hopefully you can see that. So I'll just take my Winkostella and just kind of paint right over the leaf. I'm not going to do the stem. I'll just do the flower and the leaf. And I'm going to do a couple of coats. It dries very fast, and it just gives you a little bit of shimmer. So just go over the leaf again. And I'll show you a couple of other cards that I made with this suite the last couple of days. If you haven't visited my blog, I had them out there, so they're really beautiful. Okay, I have them. So we'll put these in each corner. Just a little bit of a rhinestone. You can put really whatever you want. They have these really pretty gilded gems. But I'm going to use them on other cards. I kind of like the rhinestones on this card. So I'm just going to put it right in the flower. Pretty, right? And you can color these with this blends if you wanted to color them in Granny Apple Green or the yellow. Well, I'm right down to the bottom. See, these I've colored in the past. I don't know what color. Some sort of orange. But I guess I did use them. So these are the cards. I think they're really pretty, very, plain, simple, but hopefully you can see the shine, the shimmer. But I think they're really nice. So anyway, let me show you the other cards. So this was on my blog yesterday, Thinking of You with All My Heart. And I just colored the flowers. And I'll write my own saying. This is going to a friend of mine whose husband is in the hospital and really in bad shape, not with the coronavirus, but he had another stem cell replacement or something, and his body's not reacting well to it. So she's not allowed to see him at the hospital, and they talk and they kind of FaceTime, but he's not doing very well, so prayers for him. And then I have these two thank you cards, and I have a video from Wednesday One is Gorgeous Grape and Purple Posy. Thank you for all your help. And then this one is Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink. Your kindness, thank you. Your kindness is so loved. So these are the cards, and I think they're all really pretty, and I hope you give this suite a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.